Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. Pick up on the good old docket. Of
A
course,
lot.
as always, we are going to be starting off with our usual and letting you know what's going on with us. And then, yeah, like you said, we actually have a lot to talk about this week.
Yeah, I kind of forgot how much it was until I started pulling up the tabs.
Yeah, so we're going to be going over a week's worth of content because the community showcase last week was a little bit late, so it came out the day after we recorded.
Naturally.
So we'll go over the community showcase from last week as well as the Deadman Armageddon winners finally. And then we also have some bad news. There's been a hike in prices for memberships.
Of course.
And last but not least, the actual update for this week being Araxxor, the Araxxite, the new Slayer boss. Which
Not a spider.
Nope, not the spider. But that being said, you can kill him on a spider task even though you're not supposed to be.
I think that's going to get fixed.
Yeah. That aside, we're going to be discussing the new Slayer boss and all the goodies. And I will give you a brief verbal finding of what I have found to make the boss easy.
While watching No Monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done the boss, obviously.
I haven't done it either.
The game.
I am literally killing Iron Dragons right now because I only had like 500 Slayer points and I spent them all and couldn't get the task. So now I can't even skip task.
Yeah, unfortunate.
So if I seem distracted, it's because I have 18 more dragons to kill.
Yeah, so if you didn't boost like Michelle, then you might also just be AFKing something as well.
I thought it would be fine.
Well, think again. Anyways,
think again, idiot.
We will be going through all 4 of those blog posts today and then ending off as per usual with our Q&A, question and answer. So if you want to ask your questions and have them answered by us, any questions really, feel free to ask us at any of our socials linked below or at the end. Best place of all, though, would be discord.gg/Bunebape. We have a Discord community where you can ask all kinds of questions related to the podcast or otherwise, but we do have a podcast questions section, and that would be the best place to reach out to us.
Yeah.
But before we get into all this good stuff for the day, Michelle, how's it going?
It is going well. I have 2 new things that are going on. One in real life, I'm finally out of probation at my work, which is pretty huge. So
wow.
Exciting. And then I got 98 Hunter this week. I really wanted to get 99 by next week, so I was hoping to do like a level every week. But now that Araxxor's out and I'm trying to get Slayer, it seems unlikely that that's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
3 things actually this week. I also been doing a lot of Scurrius, and I have now gone to rank 20 Scurrius. I'm like 13,000. It's pretty gross. And I got a hard mode dust at 49 KC.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like a 1 out of 275 or something, and now I really want the top hat.
But now you do. Before you didn't want the top hat.
I wanted it, but it was like so in the distance, you know. But now that I have the dust, I'm like, I want to grind this.
I think before you just didn't want it.
Yeah, and now I want it.
That makes sense.
I don't know which version. I kind of like the bloat or the Zarpus. I like the bloat because I like the little flies floating around. I think it's a cute little detail.
You're a bloat.
I am.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to. We have a lot this week, so I won't ramble more. Also, I have nothing to ramble about anyway.
Yeah.
How are you?
I still have nothing to talk about. That being said, I will educate you guys on something I didn't know until recently. There is a thing called Bugcat Kapoo.
If anyone plays Maple Story, you might already know what he's talking about.
Okay, it's actually like a thing. It's like a crossover event. Like, this is actually already a thing in...
Oh, no. I'm just saying if they play Maple Story, they'll be like, I know where this is going.
No one plays, so it's fine. But anyways, it's like a plush thing. It's a really cute thing. You can buy, like, plushes for it if you're into
really
plushes.
Cute.
It's a caterpillar cat.
Yeah, with a lot of legs.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, it's really cute. That's it though. I don't have any updates. There were some community things that popped up, but it was mainly about Araxxor, so I'll save it till later.
Okay. All right. With that, we could just jump right into the community showcase.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So hello and welcome to the August Community Showcase. From artwork inspired by our latest quest to epic achievements, this month's showcase absolutely packed with summer fun. So let's get into it. This did come out like the day after we recorded last week.
Yeah, August 23rd.
Yeah. Would you like to start reading some of them?
Sure.
Skim through.
To kick things off, there's some achievements that people celebrated last month. I don't know, are any of these interesting? I didn't look at them.
Yeah, I mean, we can just give shouts to people. Like,
Yeah, sure. I just don't know how to pronounce
I think it's woo, woo,
oh.
woo, woo, woo,
Um,
woo.
Either way, they achieved their quest point cape. Shout out to them. They got While Gothic Sleeps down, so that's pretty cool.
No, they got it just before Gothic Sleeps came out,
Oh,
so they don't even have it anymore.
well, I mean, I'm sure they'll get it soon if they did everything else. It's not like Gothic Sleeps is hard.
Yeah.
They also have Dumbstick, so they beat the odds by obtaining the much coveted Stale Baguette.
As their first ever collection log slot.
Yeah, pretty good.
I love that Robert's not reading the crazy parts of these.
Well, I mean, that's still okay. So to put into perspective, that is already crazy, even without the other part, because the person that is the closest to completing the collection log doesn't have it.
I got one years ago before I even started streaming, and I didn't really know what collection log slots were.
Yeah, literally the person closest to completing the collection log doesn't have it.
They should just get good.
Also, fair Ol Fadir is reportedly terrified of the wilderness, but that didn't stop them from racking up an incredible 1,000 Scorpia kills to finish the diary task. But they also got the pet, so that's pretty cool. I don't even know what the drop. What's the pet drop chance
I
there?
think it's like
Probably
1 out of 3K.
Really, 3K? I
I
thought it was like
I
500.
think so. No, it's not. It's thousands for sure. But I
Oh.
just don't remember if it's 2,500.
She typed in Scorpia and it's
Some weird
a
stuff.
guy from She-Ra.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
1 out of 2016. That is so specific.
Oh, that's pretty good. Like
Yeah.
half of the drop rate. That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have Gwem, that proved their chivalry by taking their Iron Man from level 3 to max without any ults, dancers. Okay, just the way you're supposed
Just
to do
an
it.
actual iron, classic iron.
Yeah. If just so you know, not that my opinion's valuable at all, but if you make an Iron Man and you do multi-account stuff, that's just don't make an Iron Man.
He has strong
It
feelings.
just defeats the purpose. Just make him hate.
He's a little elitist.
Like, what are you doing?
This was my favorite thing. Nakatani got 99 cooking, and they got a tattoo of the first time any player cooks. They got little shrimps.
Scrimps?
Yeah, little scrimps. I actually like this tattoo. I think it's very cute.
Yeah,
Of course I
it's
like
3
it.
scrimps.
Yeah,
the
just
same
3
way it
scrimps
looks
on their
like
leg.
in your inventory.
I like it. All right.
There's some posts from Hedgie, which we're not
We
going to
never
talk
go over
about.
those. I'm so
'cause
sorry.
Those are lame. No, I don't like them. Whatever.
Creation Station. First we have Wajco Carpets has made Skillscape carpets, which are really cute. They're just little rugs. One's like the cooking cape and one's the thieving cape.
I was thinking that I would have, personally, I would have preferred if it just like was a regular, like carpet.
What do you mean?
Like if it was like a regular shape.
Oh, and then just like that in the middle.
Yeah, because it's
They're
the
shaped like the
it's the
cape.
shape of a cave. Yeah, I wish it was just in the middle of like a square carpet or something.
Because it's kind of like you don't know what you'd set on it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't want to then like step on it because I don't know. I don't know. It feels like more easily usable if it's just like a regular shape.
Yeah, that's fair. They are nice though.
They are cool.
Next, Chaunsley has chosen to immortalize their friend's untimely death to Jad and his minions. I actually love this work of art. It shows Jad going and doing like his little prayers, and then this guy just getting his ass absolutely beaten by the minions, like down on the ground, and they're kicking him and laughing.
Yeah, I mean this is cool. My favorite part though is the thing you didn't point out.
Oh, is he?
One of the Jad's minions put a band-aid on him.
And is kissing him. And then I'm actually in the community showcase. I submitted
You're not looking happy.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be a joke. Okay. I submitted my Spirit Angler cosplay, and I did it like, you know, whenever you go to reclaim a net, and he used to just look at you silently and hand you a net. That's what it's supposed to be. So I was in it. That was kind of cool. They said that I was surprisingly stylish, which feels insulting.
Yeah, because usually you're looking pretty ragged.
Yeah, they were like, we are all shocked and confused. And then we have 2 different works of art about what is this called again? The While Gothic Sleeps Stone of Jas. So we have one from Incoro.
Stone of Yas.
Yas and Brosel. And they both look pretty.
Yeah,
They're
I like the top one a lot.
Yeah, I like them both because I'm not a hater.
No, I like the top one a lot.
The
It's
top
better.
one's more like emo. Well, the bottom one looks more like RuneScape.
It's better.
Okay. Anyway, and then we also have some random video highlights.
Yeah, so Rosie RS made a DS1 animation of their epic journey, so that's pretty cool if you're into that. And then we also have Saint Sheba abandoned his Max Inferno account to start over from scratch. So if you want to see a rebuilding account series, I know a lot of people like that. I personally really liked Rakesey's old Zero to Tebow um, series from a long time ago. So
That's a grind.
yeah, you can check this out.
Yeah, this one they're gonna do everything, including Grandmasters. They said,
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
and the collection log.
Also, Inquisitor lost pages from Life. So they tell the story of a 30 defense only Iron Man and their journey to get the most powerful items that they can wield. So pretty good. There's a lot of
Aw.
episodes too if you like to binge things. And then last but not least, Gravity Bind has been poring over log or lore books, quests, and more to get the bottom of RuneScape's biggest lore mysteries. So if you like learning about the backstory of things, they put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah. There's actually two other ones. They are one chunk challenge videos. The first is Lunator, who is exploring Relica. Um, they say, did you know that something very interesting happens when you change the color of your boots? Lunator does. Apparently, there's a lot of secrets in Relica that we know nothing about.
Yep.
I don't know. And then Stanky RS, strong name.
Is that your alt?
They are doing one chunk and one of the newest areas in the game being Raylos' Rise. Where even is that?
It's over there.
It's over there?
Yeah,
Over
it's in
there.
Varlamore.
Oh, that's a cool place to start it. Okay, nice. So cool little videos going on, and then there are some Discord events.
Yeah. So there's
Which we kind of
actually
mentioned a little bit.
yeah, there's actually a few events. So for anyone that doesn't frequent it, you can check out the O7 Discord, and they also have a friends chat called O7 Discord. And they recently expanded their focus on events and server activities. As part of this, they've added some new channels, including a bunch of event-related channels. They also have a new opt-in role. So for anyone that isn't familiar with Discord, you can add a role by reacting in the roles section to get it applied to your account. And if you do that, then you will actually be pinged anytime there's new info on events or FAQs for events or
It's like when on Discord, I tag
giveaways.
everyone when I go live.
Yeah, exactly. And to celebrate this expansion, the mods are hosting a Mass Temporos event, and even a couple J mods are going to go and attend.
They already hosted it. And they had like
Yeah.
a huge Tempe though outside of it. It looks really cute.
Yeah, so if you want to participate in stuff like this as well, then you can, no problem. Just join the Discord, and they will run more events in the near future, I'm sure.
Cool.
They also had an Olympic-themed art contest on the server as well.
Oh, that's so cute. The pictures are actually really nice for this. I would recommend looking at them.
Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, so that's overall just the Discord stuff. So they're trying to get people, more people over there, because especially for anyone that doesn't know, we're going to cover this in just a minute, so a little bit of a spoiler, but they closed the PvP Discord recently with all of the Deadman stuff that came up.
Yeah.
It was a separate Discord for whatever reason. They did this a long time ago. So now they dissolved the PvP Discord and are going to add additional PvP channels to the regular Discord. So
Makes more sense.
yeah, it makes way more sense. It's easier to moderate and everything like that. So you might want to go over there for that as well.
Yeah. Next up, Deadman Armageddon winners and further action. So before getting into all the drama stuff, we're gonna announce the winners for each of the brackets based on point-based draws. So if you haven't watched the event, you may not have noticed that some of the names listed are not the same as those who are left standing. In total, we have banned 260 accounts and disqualified a further 268 from Deadman Armageddon, meaning any winners from these accounts are not eligible to win prize money.
For anyone, just real quick, before, if anyone is wondering, this is 260 accounts banned on top of the original 100 and something accounts that were banned.
Oh, so a lot more.
Yeah,
Yikes.
so it's a combined over 300 and something, almost 400 accounts.
So in any case, if they were banned, then in that situation, the prize money goes to the next person in line. So bracket winners for 3,000 each. For 45 to 50 bracket, we have Tata DMM, 51 to 70, Antibone, 71 to 90, Solo Timbo, 91 to 110, Calculator V4, 111 to 126, Not Any, pending further checks. What a long RuneScape name.
Yeah, no.
No one.
Yeah,
there's no
they're
one
still
yet.
calculating it.
Yeah.
But all those people won $3,000, so that's kind of cool.
It's huge. Point-based winners for 1,000 each is Good Luck, I'm Tom, Cora, Deadman RS, Yabiri, UFJ, Osatek, Pro Invasion, Pile of Death, Aka TOA, and Moonultray.
Yeah, all those people won $1,000, so that's pretty cool.
GZ.
Yeah, GZ. So it took them a while to get those out because, of course. So they go on to talk about some further actions that they're going to take.
This is the more interesting part for most people.
Yeah, so following the Deadman Armageddon finale event, you rightly pointed out areas of investigation that go beyond just Deadman. And they're committed to, cleaning up the environment. So toxicity has no place in the game. Crazy they said that.
Both of our
in real life. We're committed to acting against those who go out of the way to challenge this. It was clear action was needed to protect the future health of the game. So anyways, they say that to this extent, they have made it so 204 additional accounts have been banned for previous offenses within old school, and over 500 accounts have had their name changed and previous names made unavailable permanently.
We're assuming they're like racist names or something.
Yeah, it's not super clear that they're related to Deadman or anything like that.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe they just found additional accounts while they were doing this that had sus names. Not saying that they're independent entirely. A number of in-game clans and friends chats have been permanently closed and dissolved. Their name reservations will no longer ever be usable in the game, including, obviously,
the big one.
ROTS. ROT is no longer available and is one of these clans.
Wow. Kind of a big deal.
Not saying they can't go and make another clan called ROT 2.0, but they will never have the original name. So looking forward to the future, they recently had death matching was banned, and we're happy to report that we've seen great results. So that's cool. And they've also improved the overall bot detection methods, including a cleansing of the high scores. A lot of people do mention that the number 5 spot in overall total XP ever, which they're all max accounts, 4.6 bill. Number 5 was banned. They also happenstantially maybe were also in ROT.
Assuming that's why they were banned.
Yeah, and funny enough, a lot of people pointed out that the person that took their place as number 5 has the RSN karma.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I noticed at Scurrius someone was banned as well because I went up to rank 20 without meaning to.
Yeah. So a lot of people were either banned, whether in relation to botting and or Deadman. So yeah, maybe check your high scores if that's something you're into.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Kind of big, but yeah.
Yeah, I think overall it was good, but generally I think it's fine. I just think it kind of, I don't know.
They
It
can just make new
kind
accounts.
of, they kind of just like, the thing is like a lot of this stuff is fairly meaningless unless it happens within a relevant time frame.
So they took too long, so it's kind of meaningless.
Yeah, and for anyone that's like, oh, they only took a couple weeks after Deadman. Well, if you are not in the know, stuff like this from the people that were banned has been going on for years.
Yeah.
Years and years. Even decades.
It's better late than never, but better earlier than late as well.
I guess so. But yeah, they just need to do things faster. Like, you can't move super slow or it just means nothing. Anyways, though, speaking of something that doesn't mean nothing, because this is going to affect everyone. This is new.
Following that sentence in my head.
Yeah, new prices.
Yeah. They start with saying, thank you for being a valued old school RuneScape member. That's how you know they're going to throw some shit at you right now.
Yeah, so.
I feel like that's an okay word for us to say on here, right? That's not the F word.
Well.
I wasn't going to censor it, so I'm just wondering.
Anyways, membership pricing has gone up. They're all like, oh, membership pricing has been unchanged for the last 2 years despite recent global inflationary pressures. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys
So
can afford it.
did you get us more servers in those last 2 years? Because I doubt it.
Asian servers? Still no.
Yeah.
South American servers? Still no.
Like, you just because the prices for everything else is going up doesn't mean like your prices need to go up. You haven't even given us any new things to go up in price.
Yeah, I think that's a real baby thing to do.
Yeah, really dumb. Whatever. Anyways, the
There
price.
was an entire paragraph talking about it, by the way.
Yeah, the entire paragraph was talking about.
Well, they do say they spent
It's
money on Jagex accounts and anti-cheating
it's so
technology.
stupid. I'm all like, we've been paying you for 20 years, and you finally upgraded the security to like the bare minimum. Grats, pat on the back. Go spend those $5 on like real servers and get more of them. It's like, come on, dude.
So
I'm not gonna like congratulate you for doing your job.
I will never congratulate anyone on raising prices for video games that make millions of dollars.
Yeah, speaking of raising prices, on September 27th, 2024, so in a little less than a month from now, the prices of memberships will go up. This will be changing for Premier memberships as well as the 6 month, 1 month, and 12 month, which is the Premier. They're all the prices. I don't even know why they say them individually. All the prices for all memberships are going up.
Yep. If you're already a paying member via a monthly or 6 monthly subscription, nothing will change as long as your subscription remains active. We will continue to honor the same price you're paying now as part of our grandfather rate. I wonder if the month or if the yearly is also part of that, because they say monthly or 6 monthly, but they don't say the year. I don't know. There's a FAQ. I'll read it at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully.
But yeah, for anyone that is unfamiliar, they've been doing these grandfather rates for quite some time. So there are
Some people
still,
pay like nothing.
There are still players that only pay like $4 or $5 per month.
So sick.
So as long as you don't remove your membership, then you will continue to pay the old rate. For anyone wondering, the increase in price was
I don't know what it was before, to be honest.
was not a lot, but it was definitely noticeable. So the price now is $13.99. I think previously it was $12.49 or something like that, and then I think the year before that it was $11.99 or $11.50, something like that. So it's
Going
gone up.
up.
It's gone up $1 essentially every year for the past few years.
Do you know for the last 2 years they actually didn't even raise it?
Oh wow, cool. Did they give us content? Psh, barely. Anyways, it's still cheaper to buy the 12-month as it always
If you
has
can
been.
afford it. It just sucks because if you don't have money for that one-time payment,
Yeah.
that's rough.
I do remember when we first started playing, like roughly 6 years ago or something like that, the yearly price was around $4 or $5 a month, and now it's $8 a month.
Oh, if you pay for the year.
If you pay for the year up front.
If you're paying monthly, it's $14 a month, which is
Because I remember specifically it being like $60 for the year, and I was all like, "This is $5 a month. Why would you pay for anything else?" But
Interesting.
now it's not.
Okay, what will happen to my existing grandfathered membership rate? We'll continue to honor existing grandfathered for 1 and 6 month memberships, provided your subscription is maintained, doesn't last more than 14 days. As mentioned above, I don't know, they mentioned somewhere. Premier membership does not support grandfathered rates, so will be subject to price changes. If your Premier membership expires, any previous grandfathered rates for 1 or 6 month subscriptions will still apply, providing a new subscription is started within 14 days. So we're gonna have to start paying more annually.
Well, yeah.
Lame.
I mean, I'm not.
I thought that we were grandfathered in.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not worried about this at all because
You're gonna do 6 months?
no, I just don't play the game. There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
whenever
It's free.
you do play the game, remember you were accidentally paying for your membership and account you didn't log in for like a year.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, and yeah, and then it's just unsubscribe, and then it's done.
Anyway, kind of lame.
Yeah. So if you want to get grandfathered in, you have to be in the 1 month to 6 month, which is the more expensive rate.
Yes.
Which is why this is important, because if you are grandfathered in from, like I said, 6 years ago, and it's $5 a month for the yearly subscription, then that doesn't matter because you're going to have to be paying either the new 6 month or 1 month, which the 1 month, if you have resubscribed in the past couple of years, is like around $11 at the cheapest for the month to month, which is, way more than the $5 a month that you would have been paying for the 12-month subscription. So
15 years ago.
yeah, no, just last year or a few years ago, like 6 years ago, like I said. So either way, you're going to be paying more. This is obviously they want more money and they want to scam
Scam
you as
us.
much as they can. So
Sad, but I
if
will pay because I like this game.
yeah, if you don't like this, that's fine. Just either pay with gold or stop playing the game.
True.
Yeah, the best way to vote is with your money.
Next, we have this week's update, Araxxor. So, we hope you've stocked up on Slayer points. Ooh, I haven't. Because our newest Slayer boss, Araxxor, is skittering across Toad School today.
Yes, very much skittering. All you'll need to get started is some combat gear and a can-do attitude and an Araxxite Slayer task from either Neve or Duradil.
Or Steve or Kurado.
Spoiler alert. So you need a 92 Slayer as well. These are the only two Slayer bosses or Slayer masters that assign it with a fairly high weighting. That being said, it's probably a bug and it'll probably get fixed, but I have to mention that you can kill Araxxor with a regular old spider task that you get from like Tyrael.
I hope I get
Or
a Tyrael.
Tyrael, sorry.
I hope that I get the spider task because I'm going to go start point boosting now.
Yeah, so
It's been like 600 points now and I still haven't gotten it.
this is almost certainly a bug because they said this wouldn't be allowed, but it is currently working, so you can do it.
Yeah, definitely going to get fixed soon.
Yeah, so make sure to take advantage of that if you so choose. They're also not going to hand you a gear setup. We'd recommend bringing melee gear, runes to cast vengeance, and potentially a ranged or magic switch. Anti-venom potions, and a bunch of food to get you started.
They're not going to hand you a gear setup, but here's the gear setup.
Yeah, I mean, it's wrong because you don't bring ranged or mage in an optimal setup, as far as I know. Araxxor can be found inside the Araxxite nest. The easiest way that a lot of people are getting there is you can buy a ton of instant teleports to the Dark Hallowed Sepulchre.
Oh.
They only cost 1 coin, which is like free, and then you teleport to Hallowed Sepulchre, which has a bank, and then you jump over the wall, which takes you just like 30 steps away from the cave.
I was wondering how I was going to get there. Oh, cool.
It is relatively easy getting there. You might want to take a sip of stamina. That'll make it so it's very, very easy. You'll get there, but with very low energy if you don't take a stam.
That's cool.
And I mean pre-pot the stam. You don't actually need to bring a whole potion.
Yeah. And anyone can reach this area. You do not have to have finished Night at the Theater anymore.
Yes. But, yeah. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
So study up on Araxxor if you want with a video. They have a video from Makiru, and Pack. So there's a lot, or Pac, who knows? I don't know. I didn't watch the video. There's a lot of Araxxor footage. But honestly, it's pretty easy.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Very similar to Araxxor from RS3, just way easier, from what I understand. The only thing I would say is like a tip. So if this is a spoiler for you, but this is like a tip with an actual like mechanic thing, the rest of it is fairly easy, is the only thing similar from RS3 to this one is that there is a white spider ad called a mirror back, which deals additional.
What do you mean ad whenever you say ad?
Additional mod.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kept saying that this morning too when we were talking on the phone, and I thought you were just saying egg weird until right now. I was like, no, he's not saying egg.
Oh, sorry. That's in rating lingo in like a lot of other games. An ad is an additional spawn.
In this, they're little eggs.
Yeah, so it's a spider. It'll spawn. It's white, and it's called
a spider. It's an Araxxite.
It's called a mirror back Araxxite. Anyways, it'll absorb and reflect damage that you deal to Araxxor back to you.
Yikes.
So, yeah, you definitely want to kill it ASAP. It has 60 health, and if you are able to one-shot it, which I would suggest finding a way, then as soon as you kill it, on the tick you go to hit it, make sure to venge, and you will not take any damage.
I just know I'm going to mess that up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is pretty much as complicated as it gets. This boss seems to be kind of on par with things like Sire and or Cerberus, for anyone familiar with those bosses, so it's not a super difficult boss, and kills are anywhere between like 1 to 3 minutes with much worse gear.
Cool. I need to actually watch someone do it. I haven't seen anyone do it yet.
Yeah, all my info is from watching higher level players fight it this morning when it came out.
Yeah. Speaking of the eggs, though, so throughout the fight, the eggs are around the room. They'll hatch periodically and unleash acidic, explosive, or Bunebape Araxxids, like Robert said. If you're able to handle these spawns, then you'll see faster kills on average. You can even manipulate some of them to make your kills faster, or you could spend some time destroying the eggs for an easier fight, resulting in slower kills.
Yeah, that seems like the
Not
losing
the
strategy.
method. Yeah. So for a quick crash course, explosive Araxxites explode when they get close to you, similar to the Nilos and Tob.
They're the red ones.
Yeah. Mirback do what Robert just explained. And acidic ones will spit acid at you and explode to leave behind some permanent acid tiles on death. As you get more familiar, you might find a middle ground where you'd like to break some eggs in advance for spawns you don't want to deal with, probably Mirbacks, but leaving a few potential spawns around. Finding a balance that works for you should come as a natural consequence of learning the boss, and we expect you'll be absolutely zooming through tasks in no time.
Yeah, and a couple things that I found while observing is that if you are familiar with Vorkath, you might also, have an easier time with this boss because it's just counting to 3 instead of counting to 7. Every third attack, the boss will do a special attack to you, and then every 3 attacks after that, so 3 and 6, they'll actually spawn one of the eggs that you're closest to. So if you're closest to the red one, this is kind of what they mean by baiting out certain eggs.
Yeah, just stand next to the
Then
ones that you want.
Stand next to the red one. It's really easy to bait out, and it might make you run a little bit faster.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So overall, it's a fairly easy fight. Mostly, it's just staying out of the lava or whatever's on the ground under you.
Would
and
love if I could do the fight.
Yeah.
Could be crazy.
I would recommend trying it.
Me too.
Yeah. Maybe you should have point boosted like I said last week.
I know. If you're looking to get through an Araxxite task even faster, you don't actually have to go and kill the boss. There are little baby Araxxites everywhere, so you can use like your bow, barraging, multi-cannon. You could AFK these bad boys. They should make a welcome task in terms of XP per hour, even if you're not in the mood to take on Araxxor itself. Keep your eyes peeled though. We might have added a superior Araxxite for you that have bigger and badder perk unlocked.
Yeah, so people said to make sure to not sleep on this as an XP task because, like Michelle said, you can actually kill it with a Venator bow while cannoning, and there's also superiors. So
sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Win.
Yeah, very, very, very good if you don't want to actually kill the boss.
Yeah, and anyone who cares, they have a task weighting of 10 from Durdel and 8 from Neve.
And from Durdel, it's actually the highest weighting it could possibly have, besides 3 others being bosses, dark beasts, and I think like Abbey demons.
How did I just get Iron Dragons then?
Oh, because
it hates me.
You went to Curadel, not Durdel.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, rewards, the cute stuff that we're here for.
It's you.
I love him.
So the new boss drops a pet.
Yeah, we're actually not even talking about the pet first. Oh, we can skip. So this pet's name is Rax. In the real world, a waist-high spider following you around would be cause for concern. But in RuneScape, we love it, and it's the cutest little guy in the world. It is worth noting if you're fortunate enough to snag the pet for yourself, you'll receive a far less cute and honestly kind of unsettling follower, which is Nid. Nid can be upgraded to Rax in a similar fashion to Muffin's Charge Ice upgrade, so don't panic if you're wondering what happened to this little cutie. You'll still be able to add him to your collection. He looks like just the boss does normally, but I like the cutesy version because he looks like a little squat guy.
Yeah.
He's cute. So I'm assuming like you have to get it like a certain time, how Busba was. But
okay.
Anyway.
Also, you can get the Araxxor Slayer helmet, which looks pretty cool. It has multiple eyes as well as the showcased spined back down the middle. So if you like it, then maybe go for it if you're a collector of sorts.
Yeah, you will have to still spend Slayer points to unlock that, though, of course.
Yeah. And speaking of collectors of sorts, you can get the jar, too.
Yeah, this is going to be the first ever untradeable jar. The others were supposed to be untradeable, and they were not.
Yes.
So now if you get this and put it in your house, you're actually flexing on people and they know that you got it yourself. And it looks really good. It looks cool.
Yeah. Also, before anyone is wondering, we still don't know the drop rates for any of these things, so good luck.
Yeah.
But that is it for your house. That being said, though, if you are a connoisseur of skills, then this might be beneficial to you because Araxxor drops... actually, also the smaller Araxxites also drop the Araxxite Venom Sac. So you can add these to the Anti-Venom Plus potion at level 94 Herb Lore to make an extended Anti-Venom Plus, offering 6 minutes of Venom immunity per dose, so 24. minutes for the whole
It's actually
potion.
huge if you're grinding this boss.
It is very, very nice. They'll help you free up extra slots, obviously, because then you can use them for much, much, much longer. If you don't want to combine them with a potion and you need some relief from venom right away, then you can actually just consume one.
Eat a venom sack.
Yes, it's disgusting and it'll deal some damage to you, but it'll also provide 30 seconds of venom immunity, useful in a pinch if you are really not trying to die.
Yeah.
They're also throwing in some teleport scrolls so you can, reliably get back once you have been there for a little while.
We love those. I might actually buy those. We'll see.
And they can even be stored in your master scroll book if you want to save some room.
Nice. And next up, we have some new gear. So the Arania boots are a set of Tribid boots that boast some serviceable combat stats and an added ability to provide occasional immunity to spider webs. So assuming you have not negated the effect of a spider web in the last 10 seconds, the boots will grant you immunity to the next web you walk in, which could be, obviously huge at top against Versic. I get stuck in webs, or get other people stuck in webs all the time.
Yeah. And these are the boots that have no defenses, by the way.
Yes. This is interesting, though. So these boots are now obtained as a drop from regular Araxxites and not from Araxxor the boss.
Yeah, this is not to diminish their price, as people were going to be grinding the boss and not the little ones.
Yeah, and just passively getting this, and they'd be worth like 5k.
Yeah, so hopefully these boots will maintain some amount of value whenever you are bursting them or something like that.
Hopefully. Next up is our first competitive main hand DPS halberd, the Noxious Halberd.
The Noxious, yes. So this
Noxious.
3-part halberd, unfortunately, yes, you have to get 3 parts of the halberd, similar to the Abyssal Bludgeon, for example. Bludgeon. You'll receive each piece sequentially until you finish the halberd, so
no dupes.
you're not going to get a bunch of the handles or something like that. You're going to need 72 smithing and crafting to create it, so we hope you've been getting those skills up. And it offers a particularly unique special attack. It has DPS similar to the blade, but it's 5 tick.
Blade of Saldor, that is.
The blade, yes, the only blade.
The blade TM.
The only blade. So it's 5 tick, so it's not going to scale as well as the blade of solid. The salad blade. The salad blade. Let's go. The salad blade. Just change the name.
The blade.
But yes, like I said, it does have a unique special attack.
Yes.
As well as a unique special effect.
Okay, so special attack first.
Yes.
Should I? Okay.
Go ahead.
For 50% of your special attack energy, you can cure any poison or venom you're afflicted with and increase your next halberd's attack minimum. For example, if you're about to be hit for 20 venom, you can use the special to cure yourself and give your next halberd swing a minimum hit of 20, so it's rolling between 20 and your max hit.
Yeah, and the special effect has a 33% chance to inflict your target with venom, increased to 50% whenever you're using the Serpentine Helm.
Nice.
And that's venom, not poison, so you hopefully will be doing more damage.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And it has an additional range, just like all the other halberds.
Yeah, which I should really try that out sometime. Like using that at Versic or something. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't even have to run.
So for instance, you wouldn't need to flinch Versic in phase 2 at all, so you could just stand 1 square away and just walk back and forth instead of having to duck into her smash range.
Why didn't people have me learn that way?
Because
I know you hit less, but I was using a whip. It's not like it mattered.
I mean, that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Last but definitely not least, we have the Amulet of Rancor. Rancer.
Yeah.
Rancor.
No, it's Rancor.
Oh,
Also,
Rancor.
the boots previously are the RNA boots, but
RNA. Okay, Rancor. Anyway, this is the new Best in Slot melee necklace. It's going to replace the Amulet of Torture. So compared to that, the Amulet of Rancor offers plus 10 to slash, stab, and crush accuracy, and a further plus 2 strength bonus, which may increase max hits in some setups. The only requirement to wear it is 90 hit points, which is...
that's it.
That's kind of high, though. Anyway, to make one yourself, you'll need to secure an untradeable Araxxite Fang drop from Araxxor. From there, you can combine the Fang with an Amulet of Torture, as long as you've got A6 crafting, and create the tradable amulet. So you can still buy it, don't worry, you don't have to get the drop. The animation for crafting it might just be the coolest visual to have ever graced the crafting scale, so make sure not to miss it. I wish there was a GIF, I want to see what it looks like. All that's left is for you to take on Araxxor and snag some of this loot yourself. We're excited to see what you cook up to optimize your spider slaying kit. Oh, this is an interesting note. Do you
This
want to
is
read it?
so dumb.
I don't think it's dumb.
This is stupid. Whoever
Okay.
thought of this is dumb.
I don't think so. You or me read?
Yeah, they say their final note is that none of Araxxor's new items are usable on Death's Coffer.
I think that that's something that'll change later. But if you guys didn't know, whenever new stuff comes out, they are worth an insane amount on Death's Coffer. Like, not how much they're actually worth. And people use that to, like, stock up on Death's
Bro,
Coffer.
the people that use this are irons. Because a main,
The people that I see using it are not irons.
even if they're mains, this doesn't make any sense because it's inflated in value because it goes off of the value based on the GE. So just because it's high value on the GE, that means they're foregoing the money they would have got from the GE
Yeah.
and using it on Death's Coffer. So it's like, what?
But sometimes, this happens every time. Eventually the GE will catch up to
It
more
doesn't
normal.
catch up, yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't catch up, so it's, like, always worth, like, an insane amount more.
I mean, they shouldn't just
get what you're saying,
remove it
but-
though. They should just make it less or something. Make it like have a maximum.
That's true. They could do that, because it's not like there's a crazy amount of new items.
Yeah, because like it's obvious and it makes sense and it's like a good plan to be like, oh, I'm gonna grind this because I need some money in my Death's Coffer. I've been grinding this other boss I actually want to do,
Yeah.
and I die. So it's like that's stupid because that's punishing good like forethought
Mm-hmm.
as a player. It's just stupid.
I didn't think you were going to feel so strongly about this.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I planned to actually, be a, what's it called, like an actual conscious player that's like playing with their brain,
Yeah.
and I get punished for it. Like what?
It's valid when you say it that way. That's it for Araxxor, though. But just as a reminder, we will be having the Summer Summit next weekend. So that will be on September 7th at 8 p.m. BST over on their Twitch channel.
Yep.
And new excitement's coming soon. I mean, Araxxor wasn't even on the roadmap last year, so who knows what kind of stuff will be on it.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
think.
not just Farlamore. I love
Um,
Farlamore, but...
while I think Araxxor looks cool overall, I have kind of come to the conclusion. My hopes were high that this boss was
I
going
feel
to
like
be.
your hopes weren't that high.
Well, my hopes were higher than what they ended up being.
Okay.
That I thought this boss was actually going to be something interesting, something difficult, and something worthy of dropping the new best in slot. And it is none of those things.
I want to unlock the task and have Robert and me both try it. So hopefully tomorrow I will have done that. Because also, to be fair, you're watching No Monkey, and No Monkey's like a hardcore gamer. So I feel like No Monkey, I've seen him make Coliseum look easy. And then I go to Coliseum and I'm like, oh, I'm not No Monkey.
I'll just say this. If you can kill Vorkath, you can kill this boss.
But I died to Vorkath, and I hate Vorkath still, so might be a learning curve.
It's not a difficult boss.
He hasn't tried it.
There are some other changes, though. So, besides Araxxor, we have some small things, such as boss tasks can now only be completed solo. Those ones that can only be completed solo, rather, now reward the proper amount of points if you are with a Slayer partner for some reason. I guess for whatever reason, if you accepted like a Zulrah Cerberus task or something like that, it wasn't giving you the proper amount of points if you had a Slayer
Pain.
partner. So now you should get the proper amount of points.
Osmundum's Fang inventory icon is no longer missing an outline pixel at the sword's tip.
Cool. Legacy duels at the Emir's Arena are now restricted to specific Legacy duel worlds.
And players can no longer walk through Jimmy Dazzler's walls. Think we've all been there.
Yeah, Jimmy the Dazzler.
Who is Jimmy Dazzler? I want to look him up. No, I'm actually going to look him up. Stop scrolling.
Oh, okay.
But that is it for the update this week. I mean, there's a lot going on, but weirdly not as much as I would have thought. Oh, he's an extremely rich guy in East Ardoin, featuring rat catchers. Anyway, I'm really excited to try Araxxor, and I really want Robert to try it too, because I think it's only fair if you're saying how easy it looks that you should try it as well.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I thought it would take convincing. That was pretty easy.
No, I'm probably not going to do it, but it's not difficult.
He's not doing it because it's difficult. If he doesn't do it, that's why.
No.
I
okay.
really genuinely hope that I can get this tonight, so tomorrow I actually have something productive to say, because I have not seen anyone do it, and I have not done it either. And I don't know if I don't think I'm going to be able to watch anyone do it, because I'm like working and editing and stuff when I'm not at work. So just pray that whenever we come back in 1 minute tomorrow, I will have gotten the task and experienced it.
Yeah, hopefully. All right. Well, there is nothing interesting going on today. It is the next day.
Yeah, I was not able to get to Arachnis. I was
Well,
doing
that's
Slayer.
not a thing in the game, so that's why you couldn't get there.
Arachnis? That's Arachnis. Araxxor.
Yeah.
um, I was not able to get to Araxxor. I was doing some Slayer, skipped some more tasks. Still have not gotten assigned it, so I'm just going to point boost this weekend. We're actually going out of town this weekend, so I'm going to be point boosting, I think.
Yeah. And also, the only update that I know of that's worth mentioning is for anyone that tried the Soul Reaper axe the first day at Araxxor, there was a bug where you couldn't keep your stacks, but it was hot fixed
Oh,
fairly quickly. So,
there we go.
yeah, maybe try it again if you didn't want to do it without it. But that's it. Yeah, no updates from us or additional blogs, so we can just jump into the Q&A.
Yeah, so first question from Q&A is from Harger on Discord. If OSRS were to introduce more difficult content into the game, in what form would you want it? For example, bosses, scaling methods, or slayer monsters? Obviously, I'd choose a raid. I
Uh,
like raids.
okay.
But yeah, raids or bossing. I mean, I don't really. For skilling, I don't necessarily want harder stuff. I just want more interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's like relative. Like a mini game is probably harder than the base version of
But
something.
would we consider that difficult? Because when you say difficult skilling method, I think like two tick teaks.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
I guess so.
It depends, I guess, on your concept or, yeah, your idea of what you think difficult
Yeah,
is.
so like, I mean, technically, I guess you could be all like, oh, Winter Tot is harder than just burning logs because there's no chance you'll die.
Yeah, I just think of it more as difficult as in more precise. So it really depends how you think about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you're probably right.
I mean, yeah, it's subjective. But yeah, I think raids, like, obviously, I like raids. I would be happy with more raids. TOE's kind of bland now, but doesn't mean I'm not down for another raid. Could be cool.
Yeah.
Could be related to sailing, be underwater. I don't know, just saying.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What would you want to see?
Um, I would want to see more specifically raid style content, but potentially like just solo. Like,
Okay.
because I mean, obviously you can solo chambers and stuff like that, but it's like extremely difficult and essentially not worth it to
Well,
solo
Chambers and
Tob.
TOA, yeah, no, Top's not worth it. The other two you could
Yeah,
solo.
if you let me
I
finish.
thought that you were
I
saying
know what you thought. That's not what I was saying. I was saying I want something like Tob, but for solo players,
feel bullied.
because Tob is my favorite raid, and I think the most well constructed by a mile. Um, and there's not a lot of other content like it, and I just want something like that, but soloable. And also, like, something that would be interesting that I was thinking of recently is like giving players like a reason to like switch spell books in the middle of a raid or something like that, but like not making it such an annoyance because to switch a spell book is, I mean, you pretty much have to be maxed for it to not be super annoying.
I
Um,
think it's still annoying. I'm only just kind of starting to learn how to do the spellbook swap.
yeah, so I think like maybe you would like incorporate it into like mechanics and stuff like that because I think it's like interesting. The
Wait,
spell books aren't like entirely different.
are we talking spellbook swap the spell or like actually switching it? I meant the
Um,
spell.
well, either one, I
Okay, never mind.
guess.
I just wanted to be clear. I know how to switch my spellbook normally.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sound silly.
No, yeah, like either one, because it's like usually now it's like, oh, you're bringing thralls, and it's like, oh, you're not bringing thralls. That's because you're barraging.
People have actually started telling me that I need to stop bringing thralls. I need to start venging and bringing runes for spellbook swap so I could do venge and thralls.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
it's
they're like, you
like
need to grow up. And I'm like, oh.
if there was like a reason to like swap spell books, like either entirely or partially or in the middle of a fight or something like that, I think, and also like I said, making it not super annoying, that would be cool. I don't know. I think there's a lot of underutilized stuff in the game to begin with, but that was just something that reminded me because people are using that for thralls and venge at Araxxor, or at least that's what I saw. So
Oh, they're
that,
doing both at Araxxor.
yeah, so
Arachnus.
that's what reminded me of that. So
Okay. I was like, I don't know really where that even came from.
yeah, so yeah, I guess like solo, and it doesn't have to be like Tob themed, but like Tob style where it's like more like skill based and like because
Not puzzly
a
like
lot of the stuff in the
TOA.
game is like puzzly like TOA or like just I don't even know what Chambers is. You can just run it down in Chambers. I don't even know if there's like a I don't know. I mean, obviously there's like skill level there, but there's a very big difference between Chambers and Tob.
Yeah.
So I guess more Tob
The fact
style
that
stuff.
Chambers is you can stay there forever just making more supplies is
Yeah, that's like
huge.
weird. Also,
I like it.
I don't think like time getting things is like a skill based thing. So not Inferno style, but yeah, just more like skill based in the way that Tob does it.
Interesting. So we also both said raids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question is from Matt on Discord. What is your favorite game that involves sailing? Mine is Zelda Wind Waker, probably my favorite single player game ever.
Okay.
I cannot remember
Yeah, I was like, you
anything.
probably don't have any games ever.
I was thinking Sons of the Forest. Are you ever no, you're
Nope.
swimming.
Yep. Nice
I'm
try.
trying to think the raft. We played raft for 2 hours
Oh yeah,
in
raft is
2022.
entirely based on sailing.
So I'm going to have to answer raft here.
It's funny because it's entirely based on sailing, but there's actually no sailing in that game.
Yeah, it was basically we were decorating our boat and it was fun.
Yeah.
We only
That
played
game
for
was
2 hours,
fun.
like 2 years ago.
I mean, it's almost certainly I have to include Minecraft because there technically is sailing in that game.
I thought you were gonna say Valheim.
I guess actually I don't even think it's sailing technically, depending on the semantics.
I
But
would just say anything where you're moving in water.
yeah, there is a boat, but you're just rowing. It's not like a huge part of the game. If I didn't include that, then something that actually has a boat and sailing and it's like a fairly large part of the game is Valheim.
Yeah.
That game has a good amount of sailing and there's like water combat and stuff like that. So and there's
Cool.
like giant water serpents and stuff like that. There's also like giant like I don't know if they're like krakens or crabs, but you can like crawl on their back and like break open the like I forgot the name of it, but the things that like get crusted onto like crustaceans and stuff like that. You can break those open and use them for like materials and stuff. So
That's cool.
it's pretty cool. I haven't played any of the Zeldas ever, so I can't agree
You
or
played a little
disagree.
bit of Zelda on the Switch.
Well, yeah, nothing that I actually remember or care about.
I actually do have a favorite sailing game. It doesn't count as sailing probably, but it was in the water and I was moving. Subnautica.
Yeah, not even
I was
close.
sailing a submarine,
Yeah, I was like, you're underwater.
but I'm sailing underwater with a
Oh, okay.
submarine.
Oh, well, when you put it
Subnautica
like
is like
that.
one of my favorite games I've ever played. Highly would recommend playing Subnautica if you have not.
Yeah.
So fun. Both of them.
Yeah, definitely. That would be
That
mine.
counts.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mine counts too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's probably it. I highly recommend Valheim to anyone that likes building or Minecraft or survival type games. Yeah,
It
very
looks
good game.
fun. Is that the one that has the little boars?
Yeah, it is. You can breed boars.
They're really cute and they have hearts like they love you.
Yeah, and I think you can name them.
Yeah, because you named one
Or
Michelle. Or you just kept
no,
telling me it was named Michelle.
yeah, that's what I did.
Oh.
You can name yours in Minecraft, I think, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but I don't think you can in Valheim.
Whatever. They were cute. Our final question this week is from, wait, let me pull up their username again. Last Sky Samurai. Hear me out. What if new content giant hole?
So they're saying
Nothing else to say.
new content and it's called Giant Hole.
So there's a giant hole in the ground, maybe somewhere around northeast Lumbridge or something. The hole is roughly 9 by 9 tiles wide. You stand next to it, you throw your gold into it, and sometimes they throw stuff back. The more gold you throw into the hole, the more stuff you think it's going to throw back, but hardly ever does. It just keeps throwing back studded hides every 100k or so. You're convinced, though, that if you throw enough gold down there, it's going to throw something really good back. If you turn up the speakers and mute the tunes, you can actually sometimes hear the hole whispering back, more gold, throw more gold. You keep throwing gold. A black dragon appears in Varrock Square. Level 31 I am Daniel 23 is trying to talk to Romeo and is suddenly fried by the dragon, subsequently loses his brand new Addy gear. You keep throwing gold into the hole, waiting for something to happen. That's the pitch, the end thoughts.
I don't.
I
I'm
don't understand the
mostly
dragon aspect.
yeah. I was like, I'm mostly confused because I have no idea how the dragon is connected to the hole.
I'm like, okay, is it like he dies and now his Addy gear is getting thrown to someone? Like, we killed him by putting gold in the hole, and now his gear is going to appear from the hole?
Or maybe the dragon, dragons notoriously like gold. So did the dragon come from the hole? I don't.
Was he in it? Or was he going
Yeah,
to the hole and like Danny was in the way?
I don't
I
know.
don't understand that part.
It's funny because this reminds me of a lot of other games where they actually just added this exact mechanic to Tarkov,
Really?
this wipe,
They have the pit and everything.
which just happened the other day. No, essentially, but no. So like, there's like scavengers or whatever, and there's like NPCs that you sell stuff to, and this one guy, you just like give him 5 items of whatever seemingly more rarity, the better, and you just give it to him, and he gives you something back.
Yeah.
And
And it may
people,
or may not be good.
yeah, it could be whatever. Some people are like, yeah, he gives me back like 10 bullets or something.
Hmm.
But some people like gave him like a lot, like extremely valuable things, and he'll just give him back like a single AK.
So that's like the thing why I don't think this is a bad idea is people will waste gold on dumb stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, do you remember the Abyssal Leeches next to the Leviathan? People would just like give it a Tebow so it would say Tebow Abyssal Leech.
Yeah.
That actually happened.
Yeah.
And especially if you have a chance to get something, I could see this being like a new gambling thing.
Yeah, I
Like
was
everyone's
like-
standing at the hole.
It would have to have a chance at giving you something actually worthwhile, because
Yeah.
like, yeah, because I mean, if not, then everyone would just be like, oh, this is just the scam hole. Waste some money there if you want.
I think that'd be funny. It'd be interesting for gambling to have people sitting there and be like, yo, I bet I'm gonna get something cool from the hole.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit, if it didn't have anything, like in Club Penguin, if any of you guys ever played it, it was always a thing for everyone to go like, oh, we're going to tip the iceberg, and everyone to be on one side of this iceberg and like using like a little drill thing and just like trying to get it to flip, and it never flipped, like it never could flip, but you kind of hoped it would. And then whenever they closed the game, they finally flipped it.
Oh, that's cool.
Cute. Yeah.
I mean, except they all died.
No, it flipped, and then everyone's at like a DJ's party. I watched a
Oh,
video of it.
and then they died.
I wasn't there because I'd already stopped playing. But I unfortunately spent a lot of time on the iceberg. And sometimes you're like, yo, the iceberg's moving, I swear. So I'd be like, I swear the hole's whispering at me. It said soon. I like this idea. It's a dumb gold sink, and I love it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
You don't love it.
I don't know. I think
He doesn't love it. He told me before we started recording.
it's mostly just because like it doesn't make sense. Like, is there a quest around it, or is it just like there's a hole and then people
There
throw
could be a
stuff
quest
into
around
it?
it. Why not like a little beginner quest?
I mean, yeah, I guess
I kind
so.
of like just the mystery of the pit for no reason.
Yeah, but if it's just like,
no rhyme or reason there.
I don't even know. I think the best it could be is like a lukewarm like update. Like, because it's just a like, oh, you just throw stuff in here, and then eventually sometimes it gives you like a torstal seed or something like of like relatively okay value.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's like you go and throw away all your junk.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like a trash pit. You're like, oh my god, I have all these untradables. I'm just gonna throw them in the pit. Why not?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be down.
I wouldn't be down, but it's an interesting idea. It did remind me
He
of
hates the pit.
something else as well, but I forgot what it was. It reminded me of another game. I feel like they have something like this in another game.
Okay.
But yeah, I forgot what it was. Anyways, I think that was kind of an interesting idea. I mean, certainly confusing. I've never considered this.
The
but,
dragon thing really threw me off.
Yeah.
Still confused by that. Would like some clarification.
If it got to the very end and then stopped before the dragon thing, I'd still not be on board, but I'd be much less confused.
Like, the thing is, I read this the other day and was like, that's funny. And I read it again today and was like, I don't remember this. But it says edited. So I'm like, did they edit in the part about the dragons after?
I don't know.
Just to throw me off? Is this gaslighting? I have no idea.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know.
That's it for our Q&A.
Yeah. Interesting.
Much to think about
Yeah,
today.
I wonder, like, do you explore the hole, or
Sounds gross when you say it like
or
that.
do you just throw money in it?
No, you and all your friends explore the hole together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Team hole building.
Team Hole Building. That's a good episode name. Should I do that?
Yep.
Easy.
There you go.
All right. Do our
Thanks
spiel.
for the questions, though. We do appreciate them, even though they may be slightly odd. It is appreciated. So we do hope you return with your questions, and if you do, feel free to ask them on any of our socials as well as Discord.
Our TikTok and Twitter, Bunebapeosrs. Our Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram are all Bunebape. I stream 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape. I actually will not be streaming this Friday. If you're listening, the day this comes out. But I'll be back Sunday, so catch me then.
Yep. So that's going to be about it. Thanks for listening. We hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all
Very soon. Bye-bye.